Today, we're diving deep into just one single sentence. But trust me, this sentence is a whole roadmap. It shows us how getting a handle on our own vanity can actually be the first step toward peace for everyone. Sounds pretty big, right? Well, let's get into it.
Okay, so here it is, the full text. I'm going to read it out exactly as it's written, so just let the words sink in for a second. If vanity take you, we overhead you and touch up your manners. From vanity by ask Allah release you and me from vanity. Hashtag peace for all people. Now, I know what you might be thinking. The phrasing is unique. It's not something you'd read every day. But stick with me, because every single part of this builds towards a really profound idea.
So let's do exactly that. We're going to pull this message apart, piece by piece, and see what kind of wisdom is really hiding in there.
Right, so first things first. The message kicks off by zeroing in on a feeling we have all had, right? That moment when our own self-importance just takes over.
And pay close attention to the wording here. It's so specific. It doesn't say, if you are vain. It says, if vanity take you. That's a really subtle but huge difference. It's framing vanity not as who you are, like some permanent character flaw, but more like an outside force that can grab a hold of you. It's something that happens to you, not something that defines you.
And that way of thinking about it, it just makes it so relatable, doesn't it? I mean, what does that grip actually feel like? You know the moment. It's when your pride, your ego just kind of swells up and starts to cloud your judgment. We've all been there for sure.
Okay, so vanity has its grip on someone. What's next? Well, this is where the message pivots. It moves from being just one person's problem to how the community around them responds. And that response, it's all about gentle correction. And again, the phrasing is just so interesting. We overheard you. You know, assuming it means something like overhear, it suggests they're not putting you on blast. It's a quiet observation, not some big public accusation. And then, touch up your manners. Wow, that's not a punishment, is it? It sounds more like a delicate adjustment, a little bit of polish. It's about restoring something, not tearing someone down. You know, this really lays out two totally different ways of dealing with things. On one hand, you've got harsh judgment, which almost always leads to shame and pushing people away. But the path in this text, it's all about being restorative, being supportive. The whole point isn't to make someone feel bad. It's to help them get free from that grip of vanity we talked about.
And that brings us to what I think is really the spiritual heart of this whole message. After that gentle correction happens, the focus shifts again, this time to a shared plea.
Now, here's where we get to that spiritual core. The plea to Allah, the Arabic word for God, isn't just for the person who got corrected. Did you catch it? The keywords are release you and me. The person doing the correcting includes themselves. And that changes absolutely everything.
By saying you and me, they're basically admitting, hey, this isn't just your problem. This is a human problem. I struggle with it too. That tiny little shift from you to us just completely dissolves any judgment. And what's left is humility. It's solidarity. It's like saying, I get it. I see your struggle because it's my struggle too.
So let's just recap the journey so far. We started with one person's vanity, then we saw a community's gentle correction, and then a shared plea for help. Now, the text takes all of that, this very personal internal journey, and connects it to something massive, something universal.
And this is where it all lands. Hashtag peace for all people. And you have to see, this is not just some random hashtag tacked on at the end. It's the whole point. It's the final destination. The text is literally drawing a straight line from humbly dealing with our own ego, with the help of our community, all the way to creating peace for everyone on a global scale. So let's just walk through that path one last time because it's so clear. Step 1, someone gets caught up in their own ego. Step 2, the community steps in, not with anger, but with a gentle touch. Step 3, together, they admit they're both vulnerable to this and ask for help. And Step 4, the logical result of that whole humble, supportive process, peace. Real, actual peace.
Okay, so now that we've unpacked all of that, let's read the whole thing one more time. If vanity take you, we overheard you, and touch up your manners from vanity by ask Allah release you and me from vanity hashtag peace for all people. It just hits different now, doesn't it? You can feel how every single word has its perfect place in this incredible sequence.
And that really leaves us with a big question to chew on, right? This text suggests that world peace isn't just about treaties and politics. It starts inside, with our own vanity, and it radiates outward through how we treat one another. So if inner peace is the first step, what is our shared responsibility in taking the next one?